Hello, hello, everyone coming in. Terry Bonin here, the Young Living. Hey, Denise and Jerry and Jenny and Sherry and Amy and everyone. Um, so happy you're here to our Healthy Habits Roundtable on Tuesday night. I love our little Zoom roundtables. So while we're waiting for others to hop on, yep, say where you're from. Sherry's in Floresville. Where is that? I'm not familiar with that place.
Dear, oh dear,
What? Oh, what?
that's dangerous.
Say. Okay. I'm in Conroe and yeah, let's see. Make sure everybody's muted. There you go. Perfect. Okay, here's Anna. I'll let a few more people in. So glad you're here. We take, in case this is your first time on a Tuesday night roundtable call, each week it's a different topic and a different teacher. So we alternate topics and teachers, and we train, we do a lot of product education, and we train brand partners, and we do new member onboarding so that new members can know exactly how to get the most out of their Young Living account and how to use their um, loyalty points and all the things, how to find their private group. And so that's always a fun one. So know that we're here every Tuesday night with the same Zoom link. And we just pop on, grab a friend, and join the community. Okay, it's 7:01. Um, should I wait? Are we good?
I think you're good.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Okay, let me move this up. How do I move this out of the way? Oops, I'm sorry. Excuse me while I get everything. How's that? Is that better? Okay. Um, so tonight we're talking about balancing your blood sugar. This is a hot topic because it affects everyone who lives in the United States, honestly. It used to just be a topic that affected people who ate sugar, but now that it's in everything, it affects everyone. So I do want to tell you my story because I've been interested in sugar for a long time because I was addicted to it as a teenager. It is a drug and you can get addicted to it. If you're addicted to sugar, it's really actually pretty hard to get off. It affects your focus. It definitely affects your brain. It affects your gut and made me extremely exhausted. So I was from the generation where mamas were told to put corn syrup in the baby bottle. Isn't that special? So at a very like 2 weeks old to get me to sleep, I was sucking on corn syrup. Okay. So no wonder I got addicted to sugar. I do not blame my mother. Yeah, it just that was the culture and that's what happened. So sugar in my body destroyed my periods, my skin, my hair, my memory, my energy, and my focus. I struggled from a very young age. I struggled in school. I did not start my period until I was 16. And then once I started my period, I hemorrhaged. It was one of those all or nothing. I'm going to either die of having too heavy of a period or I'm not going to have one. My skin was extremely dry, like scaly type thing. My hair was brittle because I was so depleted. My thyroid was affected. So there you go. Sugar destroys your hormones, and that affects all of these things and more, actually. But if you are in that boat, I just want to take the guilt off of you. It's not your fault. Sugar's in everything, and it's actually pretty easy to get addicted to. So don't beat yourself up because you made a bunch of bad choices, and now here you are. All those bad choices were fed to you from a very early age, but you're here tonight learning. You know better, do better. Okay. Whoops, gonna know better, you're gonna do better. So I'm gonna give you some easy steps tonight. Um, once again, sugar depletes the nutrients in our bodies. It's like unplugging a bathtub and all the vitamins and minerals just drain out. And what happens when we don't have enough vitamins and minerals? Our hormones cannot talk to each other. Our hormones are all messed up. Our hormones ride, think of vitamins and minerals like a train, okay? A locomotive train, a cargo train, okay? And on top of the cargo on your train, your vitamins and minerals are your hormones. So if you don't have your vitamins and minerals to carry your hormones around, you feel like trash. It's the hormones that give us energy and make us feel good and help us keep us healthy. So that's what's happening there. And when that's not working, you have cravings. Your body craves sugar. And we need certain nutrients, oops, typo, like amino acids from protein and vitamins and minerals from natural foods. And your body screams, feed me. We don't have enough. When you eat simple sugar that's not tethered to a protein or a fiber, the blood sugar spikes, giving you a sugar high. Then it drops really low and makes you feel really tired. And you want the high again because you felt good when your blood sugar was high. And the cycle continues until you have hypoglycemia. Okay, so we don't want big spikes and big drops. We want an even, I'm going to give you the numbers that you need soon in a couple slides. But so first it's hypoglycemia, and then it goes into diabetes. There's type 1, type 2, and type 3 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is the type that you have an insulin pump, okay? It's really hard to reverse that, but I have been watching some videos lately because I've been studying this in depth, and there is a particular doctor who says that she can. Type 2 is typically a lifestyle issue and can be managed with just lifestyle. You don't have an insulin pump. You can take care of it with lifestyle food combinations, oils, and products. Type 3 diabetes is actually dementia. So you don't want those. Type 1 and type 3, in my opinion, are the worst. I don't know why they're labeled like that. I would have put them in a different order, but there you go. Okay, so we're going to make changes. First and foremost, we're going to keep simple sugar like out of our homes. Like we'll just not even buy it. We don't need to buy simple sugar because sugar is in everything. Like we're getting enough sugar and too much sugar just from the frozen food that we buy to serve our family for dinner, just from the Subway sandwich whole wheat bread. You know, it's in everything. So no need to buy simple sugar. It's in everything. I highly, highly, highly recommend, even if you think you're fine, even if you think, you know what, I exercise, I'm not overweight, I'm healthy, I don't eat dessert every day, I'm fine. Please get a glucose monitor off Amazon. Looks like this. I have one on my Amazon store. You can just go to Amazon and find one. Your fasting glucose, what you're looking for is right in the morning when you wake up. You wake up, go to the bathroom, take prick your finger, check your blood. It should be between 70 and 99. You don't want it to be over 99. And then check it after each meal. Really, ideally, you don't want it to go over 130. But you probably are going to find that it does. And I've got lots of stories to tell you in a minute. I have been struggling with my own, mine. Last month, at our in-person gathering, the topic was glucose, and two amazing leaders taught on it. And I felt like I needed to check mine. I just I'm just wondering what my blood glucose is. And my blood glucose has been spiking and not dropping. So remember how hypoglycemia is up and down? Mine just goes up and then gets stuck. So I've really been working with food combinations, food and oils, and I've learned a lot. But my goal is 130. Okay, so let me see if anybody has any, if there's anything I need to look at. I'll look at it at the end since I cannot see the chat right now. So first, if you feel like you're addicted to sugar, wean yourself off. Decide that you like healthy energy and stable weight. more than refined sugars. It's a beast and it won't be easy, but I know that you can do it. You can meal plan and that will help you if you're prepared with balanced meals and food. And if you're
There's some kind of mustard or something here.
filling yourself up, like with protein and fiber, you'll be less likely to crave sugar. So make sure that you're eating enough protein and fiber so that your body feels full. Now, sometimes your stomach can be full and you're still craving, craving, craving. Has anybody, let me know in that chat if you've ever felt that before, where your stomach's full, but you feel like your body just still wants to eat. That is being nutritionally deficient. And there are some fantastic multivitamin supplements I'll tell you about at the end. You need to fill in the gaps. Your cells are needing to be filled with the vitamins and minerals that they're lacking. It's telling you it wants more and you're thinking it wants more food, but you've already met your calorie, fat, carb and protein quota for the day. What you're lacking are your vitamins and minerals. Okay. So decide to develop new eating patterns and brain patterns. So don't sabotage yourself. Don't beat yourself up when you mess up. We all do it. We all start and then we fall off the wagon and then it frustrates us. And so we sabotage ourselves, a lot of times. Don't do that. Understand that this is a journey. You're not going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. I mean, not until we're on the other side, if you're a believer, then you get to that side. So find something else to do when you are stressed. Recognize stress eating patterns and change them. Stress eating patterns are not helping you. So maybe walk, do squats, find something else to do besides this. Okay. Okay. Set your body up for balanced sugar all day. Start with a savory breakfast. Start with bacon and eggs. Something, protein and fat. That is a wonderful way to, like, you wake up and I bet a lot, I don't know, I've been looking at a lot of sugar lately and it's crazy how many people aren't under 100 in the morning. You really want to get it under 100. So whether you are, whether you aren't, a savory breakfast is a great way to start. Drink at least 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar daily. It has acetic acid, which slows down how quickly food breaks into glucose. Okay, so we want to slow that down. And it's delicious if you put it in water with stevia or whatever your, natural sweetener that's not going to spike your blood sugar of choice is. I like to drink it. It's very hydrating, but it also slows down at the rate your food breaks down. Start with a veggie starter. Okay, so the combination in which we eat food actually affects our blood sugar and how fast it's going to go up. So start with your salad, or start with, even if you're not having a salad, eat a carrot, eat a cucumber. It doesn't matter which vegetable it is, even if it's a starchy vegetable. Vegetables are full of fiber and water. Put that in your stomach first, because it's going to act like a mesh and it's going to catch the rest of the food and slow it down from going straight into your bloodstream. So you need the fiber, you need the water, you need the vegetable starter. Okay. It'll slow down that glucose dump. Okay. Then you do your proteins and fats. And then, oh my goodness, so many typos, guys. Sorry. I must have done this in my sleep. So, if you're going to have dessert, I mean, a lot of you are you're not going to say, I'm never going to have sugar again, because I understand that we live around a lot of celebrations, right? Make sure you have it after your meal. You have your vegetable starter, your protein, your fat, and then your dessert. Don't do that every day, because you'll end up having too many macros and your body will store it and then you'll find yourself overweight, which when you carry too much extra fat on your body, it's harder for the body to balance blood sugar. So we want to be lean, but if you're going to eat dessert, make sure that you eat it after a meal like that. Okay. Clothe your carbs, put clothes on your carbs. That means don't eat carbs alone. A lot of times in the afternoon when we're tired and we're looking for, something to keep me awake, my brain awake. That's what your brain is doing. It's looking for carbs. But carbs alone will make your blood sugar spike. So put an avocado with it or fiber. But don't just eat carbs alone. And whatever you do, don't put carbs with a sugary sauce. That would be terrible. Okay, so after you eat in the right combination, maybe drink some apple cider vinegar drink with it. Move, go walking every single time if you can, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It helps digestion. It helps your blood sugar. Just move your body. It will help your whole body process that meal. And as you are activating your larger muscle groups will be eating some of the glucose that's being dropped into your blood, which will help keep your blood sugar lower and it will reduce the spike. Okay. Thanks for that. Okay, let's look at some supplements that can help you. Now Ningxia Red, if you're on this call, you're probably familiar with Ningxia. I do highly recommend that you look at the reset or I have a podcast on Ningxia. It's 20 minutes of nothing but Ningxia. Ningxia is such a rich supplement. There's so much information on Ningxia that I highly recommend that you do a little bit of a deeper dive on it because it's a game changer of a whole body supplement. It's got the highest protein count of any fruit on the planet. Ningxia it's the whole fruit in there. So you can see right here, that's the fiber. That is the fiber in the juice. And it's been shown over and over and over. If you look at the testimonies inside of the reset, people are showing their glucose numbers and they're like, my glucose is not spiking like it was when I drink Ningxia with my meal, when I drink Ningxia morning, noon, and night, like my blood sugar is more balanced. Now, I have a friend who she is a type 2 diabetic. And I was talking to her this weekend at an event because well, I was just talking to her because it interests me right now because of my own blood sugar issues. And I said, can you do the reset? Because you are type 2 diabetic, is that too much, Ningxia? Or is that helping you? And she said, well, glad you asked, because at first my body had to get used to it. At first, she was watching her blood sugar go up a little bit with it. And then it's a detoxer. Ningxia detoxes the cells. It's like, okay, so it helps clean out some of the junk in our cells. And a lot of times our body is not functioning properly because we need to be detoxed. So when she started the reset, it affected her like with some sugar spikes, but now she can do it like everyone else. And it's helping her sugar. Now that same girl is amazing. I was sitting there and I had kind of a carbohydrate lunch because testing my blood sugar is new. This blood sugar's journey is new for me. And I didn't know that I had blood sugar issues. No symptoms, 0 symptoms. Okay. Because I feel good and I've worked on my health for so long and I feel like a balanced diet and I exercise every single day. So no symptoms, I had no idea. I'm just looking at the monitor going, holy smokes, I have blood sugar issues. So we were at this event. I took my blood sugar and it was over 200. Okay. Hello. And I was going to go speak on stage and I thought, this isn't healthy. This probably is going to affect, oh, now I know it's over 200. So it's going to affect the way I feel and think, right? So she gave me 10 drops of an oil that lowered my blood sugar 100 points before I got up on that stage. So I can't wait to show you that one. Well, it's not this one. It's coming. Okay, cinnamon. Cinnamon bark is super hot. It's amazing. It's proven over and over in numerous studies to reduce blood glucose. The other night, my whole family, we're testing our blood sugar and we're testing the oils and we're having a lot of fun with this because we're learning what affects us and how. My husband's blood glucose dropped from 202 to 129 in 15 minutes with 3 drops of cinnamon bark under his tongue. Now, cinnamon bark is pretty hot, so you might be like, that's too hot. Put it in a capsule. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. It has worked for me on the palms of my hands and on the bottom of my feet before, but we're seeing that taking the oils internally to lower blood glucose seems to be the most effective. So I recommend it. Okay, this is the beautiful oil that dropped my blood sugar 100 points in just a really short amount of time so I could go up on stage and speak. So it aids in digestion. It soothes the body. It kind of smells like licorice. I've got it sitting right here. My blood sugar has been balanced all day and it's been really good. All my numbers have been great, but I just keep it near me just in case. Fear of it going high. Okay. Ocotea. Ocotea is it's like a Mexican cinnamon. It's not quite as hot as cinnamon bark, but it has that cinnamon flavor. This morning in my Greek yogurt, I added some pumpkin spice collagen and a couple drops of Ocotea because since it tastes like cinnamon, and I thought this will be good for my blood sugar. And it was, my body really liked it and it was delicious. It's also known for killing parasites. So you've probably heard this story before, how Gary was working with the kids in Ecuador as they were building the school and they all had parasites and he ended up dropping Ocotea into their water source and it cleaned up the parasites. So there's a pro right there, helps you with your blood sugar and parasites. Parasites love high blood sugar. So if you struggle with blood sugar and you also have like a gluten sensitivity or gluten intolerance, and you've got that sticky paste in your gut, it's a sticky paste that just is like makes you feel bad and it's bad for digestion. Parasites, you have the perfect environment for parasites to live. So, by cleaning up your diet in order to balance your blood sugar, more than likely you're going to find that that sticky paste leaves and so do the parasites. And that's a huge plus. Okay, supplements that can help you. Why am I putting Mighty Bites on here? Well, Mighty Bites are, sometimes when you're getting off sugar, you just need something sweet. And Mighty Bites are delicious. They have this yummy berry taste, and you can chew them for an afternoon snack. And or you can drop them in hot water and kind of stir it and put a teeny tiny bit of stevia in there, and it's like a hot berry drink. So, most of us are vitamin deficient and the RDA is not enough. Okay. Maybe times 3. Okay. So I take, I'll play with these. I'll eat them for fun, even though I've already taken my own multivitamin. So I have this here. If you have a sweet tooth, this is a great little treat that can satisfy in the afternoon. The Mighty Pro. Now the Mighty Pro is like a Dixie stick. It tastes yummy. It is a probiotic that has over 8 billion live cultures. So it's great for your gastrointestinal system. It's going to boost your immune system. It's going to help you poop. We can't poop if we don't have all of the live bacteria that we need. Now, yes, this is a kid's product, but I know more adults that take it than kids. So if you're looking for something sweet, also, just open up a Mighty Pro and put it on your tongue and you'll be so satisfied and you'll love it. It's wonderful. Golden turmeric. Their golden turmeric is delicious, okay? It is sweet, so you just need a little bit. My husband and I drink it hot in hot water, and it's in before bed, and it's good in milk if you can do milk. And it's 4 more times bioavailable than the standard turmeric products. Turmeric products in general are really, really, really hard to absorb. Like if there's not an intentional carrier and you're taking turmeric and you're not feeling any different, it's because just the plant is really hard and fibrous and it's just hard to absorb. But the way Young Living has formulated golden turmeric, it's 24 more times bioavailable. So you're getting your money's worth when you drink it. And it's absolutely delicious. Okay. So, and it's also anti-inflammatory. Okay. So learning to balance your sugar is a process. So don't beat yourself up. There's a lot to learn. And you live in the United States where they put sugar in everything. So let me tell you a little story. The other day, rather, I had protein all day, just like protein breakfast, protein lunch, protein snack. It's Friday night. And on Friday night, our family typically will watch a movie together. And we typically will eat like a big bowl of popcorn. Well, I knew, okay, I can't do that right now. Not right now while I'm struggling with my sugar. So I thought I've had enough protein. I can probably, hopefully handle a 6-inch turkey whole wheat Subway sandwich because we got a bunch of Subways because, you know, you get buy one, get one free on the app and all that. Anyway, I ate my 6-inch and watched my sugar and I watched it go up, 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 up. And that little meal took me to like over 240, which is like, holy smokes, am I about to go into a coma? You know, y'all, there's so much sugar in that bread at Subway. And one thing that we're learning is the glyphosates in the bread causes sugar spikes. So, whole wheat sold at the grocery store it's just like eating a piece of cake. I mean, that's how your body will respond to it. I mean, that's what I'm learning. And so, and the glyphosates will also affect you. Now we know that DiGize cancels out glyphosates. So I'm going to do an experiment this weekend. I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to take a big giant capsule of DiGize to see if that helps. And I'm going to probably take some fennel or ocotea, because here's the deal. I don't want to be carnivore personally. I know that that's an option for people who struggle, that you can be carnivore because it is anti-inflammatory, because your blood sugar is not going up and down. But I just want a bigger variety than that personally in my life. So I'm using oils and supplements to learn how to eat out with my family, eat regular food, have a balanced diet. So I'm journaling the process right now. I'm on the journey with y'all. Don't get frustrated if you are doing this also. Okay, so let me get rid of this and get y'all back over here so I can see you. And does anybody have any questions? Was I not sharing my screen?
You were.
Y'all did see my screen?
Mhm.
Can you see it now? Oh, stop sharing. There we go. Okay. I was like, wait, I had slides. I hope y'all were looking at them and not me. I've done that before, guys. I taught a whole sex class and I thought people were looking at slides and I didn't have the slides up. Nobody told me. So, um, okay, so let me look at your questions. Do y'all have any questions? Like my whites. Okay. No, it's a big group, so that shows me y'all are interested in your blood sugar. Does everybody know your numbers? Like, you can eat protein before bed, and supposedly if you'll have a little protein snack before bed, it will help your blood glucose in the morning, your fasting blood glucose be lower. Well, the other night I had filet mignon, had a part of a filet mignon and part of a chicken breast. And I woke up, tested my blood sugar, and it was over 100. And that's frustrating to me. But one thing my husband and I are having to admit is that we have an unusual amount of stress in our lives right now. And we believe that it's, you know, stress, you can do anything and your blood sugar will be affected. But when you're under extra stress, your blood sugar will be a little bit harder to maintain. What about nut butters? Is that form of protein? Is good. Yeah, that's good, Tanya, because if you eat protein without enough fat, you will get a blood sugar spike. So protein is good. We've got to have enough protein. But yeah, we've also got to pair it with enough fat. It's got to be grounded. So you don't want just a diet of nut butters, and of course look at, you know, what's in your nut butters. Like I said, sugar is hidden in everything. So you may have mentioned this before I got on, but what monitor do you recommend? So mine is it's on my personal Amazon store, which that link is through my Instagram in my Stan store, but you can go to Amazon and just type in glucose monitor and several will come up. This is what mine looks like. We have a white one and a black one. And see that? And then let me just show you, okay? I'm just gonna do this for you. Everybody that I do this for like freaks out, and I think it's so funny. And I do this several times a day. Like my husband says that I am obsessive compulsive. He's getting me a continuous glucose monitor, because that's gonna be cheaper than what I'm doing. Okay, so did you see that? I just got a little bit of blood with this. And I just stuck the little thing in here. You just do this right here. And it just beep, And then it counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And mine right now is 106. So that's right where I would like to stay, 106. But I've been can you order one if you don't have diabetes? Oh yeah, you can order one. Like yes, anybody can order these off Amazon, and I don't have any, like, no record of anything, and I'm getting a continuous glucose monitor. So you don't have to have anything diagnosed to have the benefit of watching your sugar. I think it's personally very important. Because like I said, I did not have any symptoms. I don't have symptoms. And the thing is when you've heard it said, like, osteoporosis starts, in your 20s. Alzheimer's starts in your 40s. And we know that a lot of these things, all of these things have to do with diet, nutrition, and sugar. So we need to know our numbers. I'm all about knowing our numbers. Does that go hand in hand with inflammation? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Because the foods that typically make our blood sugar go up are very inflammatory. It's unfortunate, but like if we were to eat the same foods in another country, we probably would not have the same issues, but we live here, so we have to learn how to live here in a healthy way, unless you plan on moving to Europe. So yes. And inflammation is the root of all the diseases. Will you be sharing the slides? Sure, absolutely. I will give you the slides. We'll figure out how to do that. Let me see if I can put them in the chat for you. Y'all want them in the chat?
We'll also have this up on both of our YouTube channels, probably like by tomorrow, the end of the day.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I've completely lost the slides right now. I don't know where they are on my computer. They totally disappeared. So I will definitely, where can I put the slides so that everybody can easily find them? If you don't find them, if I don't message them to you, and if I can't figure out how to connect them to the YouTube video, just message me, because I'm happy to share the slides and all the information. I'm going to bullet point this information also in a PDF for you to print out on your, and put on your refrigerator, because I think it's important to know the food combinations and to know the numbers that you are wanting to meet. So you don't think, what was that again? Like, what was I supposed to eat first? And what was that number supposed to be? Like, when was that supposed to be below 100? So yeah, I just need about a few more days to get that done. My YouTube is Terry Bonin, but everything's on unlisted because most of my stuff's non-compliant, and I've got lots of classes and I just send people links. So you might not be able to see the classes. I may have some things on public, but most things are on unlisted. But I'm always happy to share whatever I have. So I hope that helps y'all. It could be life-saving or dementia-saving information. I've had, my mother-in-law died of type 3 diabetes, and my grandmother died of Alzheimer's. So because it hit so close to home, that's the reason I started checking my blood sugar. So how often are you testing? Is it 20 minutes after eating? It's 2 hours after you eat. But when you're obsessive compulsive like me, sometimes I do check 20 minutes after I eat. And then 2 hours after I eat. But that's a beautiful thing about a glucose monitor, is it's continuous, and you'll be able to just look on your phone or your Apple Watch just to see your numbers all day, just to see what's happening in your body all day. And I also think it's a good idea to keep a food log to know how your body responds to different food. Like I said, I've noticed I can eat something one day and have this number, and eat it another day and have a completely different number. And I've learned that it's stress. So stress affects it. My dad has dementia. No, okay.
I wanted to share a little bit about my daughter's story. My daughter is 17 years old, but this happened when she was 16 years old. I don't know which came first, the weight gain or the insulin resistance. I'm assuming the weight gain came first. Okay. So basically, My daughter, 16 years old, she was in really, really good shape. When she was 14 and 15, she had leaned out quite a bit. She was a competitive swimmer. So she had really hit that age and just leaned out. Well, then she started school for her 10th grade year, and she wasn't swimming as much. But when she did swim, it was taxing her body so much. The workouts were so intense that it was causing her to have some blood sugar drops. But she didn't know that she was having those blood sugar drops. Well, being a teenager that she is, she'd also forget to eat and that kind of stuff. So there's some hypoglycemia stuff happening there. Well, what would happen is that her blood sugar would drop so low that she would get really tired, and she didn't know what was going on. She thought, and we're thinking, oh, this is, just typical teenager stuff. Like, you're just growing, go ahead and sleep. Well, one day she almost fainted, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I guess you really need to make sure you eat. But we still didn't really take it seriously. Well, after a while, what was happening is that she was actually sleeping like every day after school. And it was to the point where it wasn't normal. Then I asked some friends, and they were like, oh yeah, she's staying up on her phone late at night, guarantee it. And I'm like, what? Okay, so I kind of wrote it off again. But then I was like, my gut was like, something is off with her, like something is off. So I ended up taking her to the doctor. Well, they checked her blood work, and they checked her A1C. So if you think that you've been having blood sugar issues, but you don't know for sure, they can check your A1C. That is a picture of what your blood sugar has been doing over a long period of time, at least a couple of months. So if your A1C is high, then the doctor knows, hey, you've been running on high blood sugar for a while. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you just had a donut before you went and gave blood. No, you have been, it's been high for a while. So her A1C was super high. Doctor comes in, he's like all excited. He's like, well, I know exactly what's going on. She is in insulin resistance. She's almost to metabolic syndrome, which would have led to type 2 diabetes. He goes, look, here's the deal. Some people can handle gaining some weight, and then their bodies are fine. We know people out there like that. They've got 50, 60 pounds extra on them. They're perfectly fine. They work hard. They're never sick. Like, those people, they're just not fair. But then some people gain like 10 pounds, their body freaks out. And then it starts really overproducing that insulin because you're now weighing, it's like your body does this wrong calculation. So then you have these like major drops in your blood sugar because of the insulin, which reinforces the hypoglycemia. Then you go to sleep because you're tired all the time. And then you wake up and I don't buy sugar. I don't buy sugar. We have raw honey. I have like grade B maple syrup. If we have, y'all, she was going in the kitchen at nighttime, getting spoonfuls of raw honey that I would go buy from the farm. She was drinking the syrup. Her brain was telling her, you need sugar. And we thought maybe she had a sugar addiction. I'm like, okay, maybe we need to do a candida cleanse. No, it was her blood sugar was dropping so low. So then she would crave and eat the sugar. Then her sugar would spike so high. Then her body would give her the wrong calculation of insulin because she had gained weight, try to push it down. And the next thing you know, y'all, my daughter gained like 40 pounds in a school year. And it broke my heart because I could see her, like, this is, 16 years old. This is the time of your life. Like, you're having a great time. And she's wearing all these big clothes and like big sweatshirts and stuff. And I felt so bad for her. But when the doctor said that, he was like, she's in metabolic syndrome. I was like, oh, we're on this. Okay, I got it. I know exactly what to do. Let's do it. So I was excited. I was like, okay, I know how to handle this. So basically all we did, y'all, was prioritize protein at every single meal. Like, every single meal, there had to be protein. There had to be a vegetable. Like Terry was saying, that's that fiber to help slow down. And basically could not skip meals. I told her, look, you're hypoglycemic. You can't skip a meal. If you do, it'll drop. Then you'll crave sugar, and then it'll spike. And then here we go. You have to go walking every single day. Like, you don't need to swim. I told her, I was like, can you please stop swimming? I hate the chlorine anyway. That's a whole other story. But she finally, and I'm sorry, the story is so long, but she finally quit swimming and just started taking the exercise to just a walk outside. And y'all, she just started dropping pounds, just dropping. It was a compound effect. The more insulin that you have in the body, the more that your body is going to put on pounds. The more pounds that you have, the more insulin, and it just stacks. This is why so many people, when they get into type 2 diabetes, it's coming on, and you don't even know what to do about it. So it starts with just monitoring your blood sugar, like Terry's saying, and then kind of finding out, hey, what is spiking your blood sugar? And what oil can bring it down if you do have an oops, or if there is a stressful day. But there is hope. There's so much hope, and you can do this, and you don't have to take the semaglutide or the shots or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, I can understand if somebody's like on the verge of a heart attack, but there are other ways to do it, where you can bring it down and do it naturally over time.
And one thing that is proving to be effective is to choose the oil that you want to use, whether it's ocotea or fennel or cinnamon, whatever, and take it in a capsule morning, noon, and night. Just make it part of your regimen, and it will help even out your sugar versus like just spot doing it like, oh no, I'm high, and pulling it down. Just like make it part of your regimen while you're bringing your sugar into balance and practicing your new habits. So I hope y'all found this helpful. I know that using the oils has changed my life in so many ways. And I'm really, really thankful that the Lord tapped me on the shoulder and told me to do this. I've had a heart transplant, so I can't take oils internally. Do they help? Yep, they do. The skin is the largest organ of the body. I have used the oils on my hands. Like I've taken cinnamon and just done this, and it's helped my blood sugar. I put them on the bottom of my feet, focusing on, like, if you look at the Vitaflex of your hands and your feet, the brain is your big toe and your thumb. So I just go straight for the big ones. And yeah. So, and I'll do it right here. But yes, your body's absorbing it, whether you're putting it on your feet, your hands, or in a capsule. I'm not sure why a capsule works so well, but it does. So, okay. Well, we will save this recording for you. And please let us know how it's going. We love to hear your testimonies. So if nobody has any other questions, we will see y'all next week. Oh, next week is going to be awesome. It is, what is it, Amy? I think it's hormones from pre-pregnancy to menopause
Yes, hormonal support.
with Annalise Hiley, my daughter. She'll be teaching it, and she's so good. She's so good. She's an 8. What is she? She's got letters behind her name. So, okay. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.